Hi, Big Wide World. Hope everyone's okay. I thought I'd do a little video on a part of my practice. One of the regular, I would say, daily things what I do and is part of my practice on a daily basis. And so I wanted to show you. It's a pot I have. I have one, a larger one, what I place by my front door, and I have this one at my workshop, and it's just by the door of the workshop, and it's my salt grounding pot, and as you can see, within it, I use this every day. Whenever I come into my home, I do put my fingers into the pot, touch the salt and the herbs and the stone in it, and also put my hands over it. And I do the same whenever I'm going into my workshop. And for me, this is a focus of cleansing, of healing, of protection. This salt grounding pot for me is bringing those energies so that we're all when we're out in the world or out in life, we come across different energies. We have situations which may be abrasive or feel quite heavy, or might be emotional situations. And for me, it is part of the grounding, part of the boundary protection of my home, as a sacred space. Like when I'm working in my workshop, it is a part of the focus of bringing that separation and connection, but also for me. So each time when I come in, I touch the salt, touch the herbs and the stone within it, put my hands over. I'm reconnecting, regrounding into my home. It's that separation of all what's happened outside, all what's happened in life, when it's busy, when you're at work, or it's emotional, or you've had a bad day. It's that touching that energy and reconnecting to Mother Earth, reconnecting to the place where I am, that positivity and that love. And the same as when I'm going into my workshop, by touching the salt, touching the herbs within it, and putting my hands over it, I'm preparing myself. It's part of that ritual ceremonial work of I'm going in and keeping that positivity, reconnecting, regrounding to the energies within my workshop for when I'm doing my spiritual work, whether I'm doing talismanic work with talismans, amulets, or charms, whether I'm doing herb work, whether I'm doing spell ritual work, or sat reading and doing some research on things. It is creating that atmosphere. I also, as you know, I put protection up and have the circles and such. But for me, it's that reconnection, that grounding. Second, taking that connection or that transition from the outside world, the world out there, the life out there, to my space where my home, where there's love and healing, and I want that positivity. The same when I'm working. Now, just a little look into my pot. What's in there? There is salt. The salt I've got here is I actually got when I was in Caribbean before all the pandemic and such, and it has basil in it, and I bought it specifically for some pots. I put the salt is in there. It again cleansing, it's grounding Mother Earth. There's also lavender in there. I put lavender in this particular pot. There's lavender in there. There's also sage. As I say, there's basil. There are small pieces. I should just say lavender is cleansing in its own right. You can use it for smudge sticks. It's also the aspects of the heart center of love. It's all intelligence. It's also that a transition. It's an ally plant for the transition time through life. Same with sage. There's sage in there, white sage, and the white sage is exactly the same. It's cleansing, it's protection, it's connection to spirit, your own spirit, and the light and love around you is in there as well. So they're the energies of the herb work what's in there. They're all small pieces of snowflake obsidian in it as well. Again, it's a crystal ally for protection. It's also for healing. It's also cleansing. There is a lovely, you can see the big piece of jasper, red jasper, because I love it, that connection to nature, protection, healing, but also so grounding. And it's that grounding, a boundary stone in itself, what's in there as well. There is some onyx in there for protection and for that cleansing of negativity, what's in there. You can put essential oils in if you want. How it works, as I say, it's always by my door. I do a new one every new moon. Every new moon, I do a new focus. It's always a cleansing and healing vibration in there, but I put specific things for different moon cycles. So it might be the energy of that particular moon is for healing. So there will be a healing aspect in. So when I'm working through that cycle of the new moon, of the waxing moon into the waning moon and full moon, it's with that energy there. It could be to do with ancestral, as a Samhain. It could be that October moon. I do it for connection to ancestral work as well. So each one, there will be slight difference on each new moon with each new pot, and then I work through all the cycle till to the next new moon. Then I start a new one. I make a new pot in here, a new blend or new grounding. The stones I always cleanse. I reuse. The salt in there and the herb work in there, I do remove it. Sometimes it's buried, and it's a little sort of bury that energy there, giving it back to Mother Earth, but also releasing that energy, releasing what was the intention and vibration, but also any negativity. Sometimes with some moons it is in water. I do it in running water, either at the sea if I know I'm going to be at the sea at that time, or in a river or a lake. Equally, it can be to do with the air. It can be an air, or it can be a fire put into. If I've got a fire and burning it into the fire, releasing, because the different cycles, it's a different cycle of the year, different cycle of energy. Equally, what I may be adding in, because like the lavender I've done specifically for January, connects to someone who I work with as well. So that lavender essence is bringing that connection of that particular person. But as I say, it is released, and then it's bringing that cycle, and it's also an offering of love. Sometimes I do keep, it is kept and added into witch's salt or such, depending on what the specific vibration is. I don't recommend it for everything, but sometimes I do that. But this is only a little pot. This is the one, as I say, is at my workshop. I do have a larger one, what I do at the home, but it's an aspect of new beginnings, focus, but also it's something what is a daily thing for me, of touching that and bringing that connection. And it's just wanted to show a little bit of my practice. At each salt, before I leave, I should say that different salts have different. You can have, whether it be sea salt, rock salt, where you get the salt and the focus of the salt does have a different intention, just as much as when you're working with crystals in the area where the focus, where they were created in the crust of the earth. It depends on where it was for different energies. So it's remembering that, whether it be you also can put water in. Sometimes you can use a water blend, and the different vibrations, it's working with the connection of those vibrations together with that sacredness of the energy. I hope you like that little introduction, basically, and something what I do, a daily practice, what I do, and it's that energies. I know tomorrow is a full moon, so we're halfway through the cycle. If I have, remember, I'm like spontaneity. I have to do it. If it's spontaneous, next time I do it on the next new moon, I might show you making one of the blends. But that's just a little introduction. They can be used for so much more, and there's so much healing, depth work, shadow work, and all such you can actually do with this. But I'll leave that for another day. Lots of love to everyone over there. Please like and subscribe if you wanted to know more. Please feel free to comment if you want to ask any questions. But I hope a lot of love and a lot of light to everyone out there, and speak soon.